Hi people, it's Archivist here, hope you're doing well, and today I have yet another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video for you, where we're taking a look at the normal/rare Rarity Festival. During the XC's festival, I was speculating as to what might come next. I was thinking it might be around summoning again, you know, like Ritual, Fusion, Synchro maybe. But no, they caught me completely off guard here and instead decided to make the restriction so your decks can only be comprised of normal and rare cards. So I took a look at my existing decks and wasn't surprised to see that none of them were playable, even anywhere near playable. And I wasn't sure exactly how I'd go about making a deck. I wasn't too keen on using the loner deck. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I like to make my own deck. If nothing else, using a loner deck can create some predictability when an opponent is facing you. I think that's the main reason I prefer not to. So I wanted to make my own deck. And I looked at all the decks I had already existing and thought, okay, so if I remove all of these super ultra rare cards from there and I'm just left with normal and rares, which one is still relatively well synchronized, you know, still has the plays that will work off each other and you're not losing the complete essence of the deck. So I looked at Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, obviously being my favorite, but no, I just couldn't find a way to make it worthwhile. You know, there's so much reliance on the extra deck there, and the vast majority of the strong XC's monsters were super or ultra rare cards. So I couldn't really use that. Looked at Blue Eyes, similar thing, couldn't find a way to salvage it. Code Talker's not even close to being able to salvage that. It's all about Link monsters. So I looked at my Red Eyes Black Dragon deck, and well, unfortunately, Red Eyes Black Dragon itself, the key card I couldn't use because it's an ultra rare, but I found there were some cards that would still work quite well together in the deck, such as Red Eyes Archfiend of Lightning, which in this game you're seeing here was definitely the MVP. It was the best card I had, and I brought it out multiple times via Resurrection and Special Summoning. So with this card, it's got 2,500 attack, and it's a Gemini monster, which means that in order to activate its effect, you need to summon it a second time. You have to therefore like summon it the first time, wait a turn, and then summon it again, sacrificing your normal summon in the process. Although luckily there is a way to kind of bypass this with Red Eyes Retro Dragon, which you can also use in this deck, where you can activate its ability while it's on the field to get an extra normal summon if you tribute it. So you can use that to more quickly get its effect. And the effect is actually very powerful. Your opponent's face-up monsters, if they have, I believe, less defense than the Archfiend's attack, it will just destroy them. So it can seriously wipe out your opponent's board. Only thing is, I didn't get a chance to use that in this game. They had a protection spell for their Armed Dragon deck. I'm not at all familiar with this Armed Dragon deck, so I was just having to read the card effects, but he was able to protect himself from destruction by sacrificing his spell card. But nevertheless, you can get Archfiend up to quite high attack points, especially when you combine it with things like Black Metal Dragon, which gives it 600 attack, and you can equip multiple of that. And then even if Black Metal Dragon is destroyed, you can then use that to search out more important, like kind of useful cards like the Blackstone of Legend, which you can use to bring out Archfiend of Lightning from your deck. And naturally, because Archfiend is so useful here, I decided to up it from 2 in my original Red Eyes deck to 3 in this one. Also using some cards that I didn't use before, like Swords of Concealing Light. As you saw there, it's just useful to be able to take out your opponent's main threats and put them into defense positions so that they are an easy target. So, showing how useful it is there. Also, the Claw of Hermos, which people have been telling me to use, and this was definitely the time to do it. You can bring out this Red Eyes Black Dragon sword, and then you can attach that to another monster, and then it will gain more attack depending on like how many dragons you have. I think it's in the graveyard or on the field. And I powered my Archfiend up so much, but then, oh god, the trap card took out both it and my gear feed. I was like, oh my god, all of that. And I was feeling a little bit dismayed because my hand wasn't looking particularly healthy. One ritual monster, after all, isn't great. But the thing is, at this point, I was thinking to myself, although that was a hell of a setback, this really did feel like a great duel. There was so much back and forth. We were very slowly whittling each other down. There wasn't like one massive attack from one monster doing, over 8,000 attack. As much as I like doing that myself, you know, at the same time, it can sometimes cheapen the duel. And we're coming towards the end here where I was like, okay, he's got 4,900. If only I can get that second Archfiend of Lightning onto the field, as he then sends the first one back. But I was able to do it. I used the Ritual Red Eyes monster and the Blackstone of Legend to special summon both of the Archfiends of Lightning. Well, actually, there's 3 in play total overall, but I had to sacrifice 1 for the Ritual. And combined, I was able to do 5,000 attack, which won me the duel. So I'm really liking this event so far. It really forces very different plays, very different styles, and I would recommend giving it a go, if for no other reason, to get some gems. So before the video ends, I'm just going to do a quick self-promotion. Recently did a review for Elden Ring. Took me some time to beat the game. I really enjoyed it. Even if you're not traditionally a fan of that series, I think it's worth watching to see if it's for you. But otherwise, stay tuned for more Master Duel videos. As always, people, thanks very much for watching and see you next time.